From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Jets at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw complete here to his receiver Brown. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Taken down at the 47-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 29-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Waddle, the motion man, right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net. yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
With they lack a pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Jets nothing.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run the draw with Mostert. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Tua going to change the play. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 16.
Can't we score? All right, let's go.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
This will be caught by Brown.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Me and the homies can trade you out.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
goes left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Rodgers, he's got the hook up here with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive. And that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Brown. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 37 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Tua.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tua going to throw.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rodgers now on first down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On second down, Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Well, shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10. Here's Cook again.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Another tote for the work. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Quentin Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
Looking to pass to him. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Cook up the gut. this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
157 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Again, it's Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And quickly they get to the line.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now Tua. That's caught by Chosen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Rodgers throwing here. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
third down. Dalvin Cook. Powering his way forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
You can do better than that.
Cook following the penalty. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down at about 9 to go.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they